All right. What is going on, everyone? Somebody but nobody here. The SBN lifestyle. I want to explain something, and I'm going to try to explain this as simple as I can explain it to you for you to understand in plain terms. I don't try to make things complicated. But first, we have these men and women of the government and people in high places and powers telling us that there is this COVID-19, this coronavirus, that is a stronger and more potent strand of the flu that people are getting. Well, first off, I don't think that what they are labeling it as is what it is. I think if it is what it is, it's just a flu. And what happens when people get the flu? They get sick. They can't breathe right. You sneeze, you cough, you feel very ill. I know what it's like to have a flu. I had a flu twice in my life, and I almost died from having the flu one time. I was really, really bad. So I know what it's like to have a flu. But here's the thing. They gave it this label and said that it is this really bad strand of flu. And what does that do? It spreads fear. It spreads panic into people. And this fear and panic, I really, really think that this fear and panic, this is just my opinion, but I really think this is for real. I think that these cancers that we get and these illnesses that we have, I think a lot of illness and cancer and other physical, mental problems comes from fear and panic. I really, really do. You'd be amazed at what fear can do to your mind. You know, you would be absolutely amazed at what it can do to your physical state. And I really think that there are people that had cancer and other things because of the things that they were thinking and the things that they were just believing and taking the word upon and living by every day. And I don't know that. I don't know that. I never did studies. I never assumed to know anything. But I know for me, when I live my life in fear and I let panic control everything and I would just believe anything, it actually makes me ill. It makes my head hurt. I feel like I have 1,000-pound weight on my head and my shoulders and in my chest. I can't breathe right. And when I talk about this stuff and I let it be known and I tell you, don't let this fear and panic take over your life or control you, and stop listening to what the news and the government and these people are telling you, because these people are being misled that are telling you these things. Most of them, most people that are telling you that, oh, there's this coronavirus, this COVID-19 that is a powerful strand that can kill you very easily. What does it do? It just puts fear and panic and anger and every other problem in people. And this just all seems so set up to me. And I really, really think that it is. I really, really do. To be truthfully honest with you, I think that it is. And this is why I tell you in a lot of my other videos, and I know a lot of you may not understand this, and that's okay. That's fine. But that's why I keep telling you, stop just believing in stuff. I don't care what your family may have told you, what your brother or sister, your aunts, uncles, your mother, father may have told you when you were younger or still maybe telling you. That does not make it so. That does not make it true, just because the person that you like or you think you can trust is telling you something that is true or something that you can know as a fact. You see? And this is where I say just notice your own ignorance, so to speak. Just watch what you are letting go in your head and thinking is real. And I'm not telling people, I just want to bring this across for my channel. When I do these, yes, I'm being for real, but I don't try to sound so serious about things. I tell people, lighten up. Like the Joker. Why so serious? I don't want you to be so serious about things. I just want you to understand that there is so much miscommunication going around and unnecessary dramas that's going around. And I can just add on to this so much. There's so many things that happen on a daily basis that we do not need in our lives. Like the pride and ego of men, oh, well, my dick is bigger than your dick. Mine's a little bit thicker than yours. So I'm a bigger, badder guy because my dick is a little bit thicker. And that's the comparison I will use. You might not like that comparison, but that's how a lot of men think. We're always comparing one another. We're always saying, oh, my dick is a little bigger than your dick, so I'm better than you because my dick's a little bit bigger. And then women, they compare themselves with beauty. And oh, I have to put this eyeliner on perfectly to make myself look beautiful and better than the other woman, so this guy will like me, or that guy will like me or approve of me. It's always this constant back and forth, judgmental, choosing sides, pride, ego thing going on in the world. And listen, I know this. Listen, I like when women dress up. I like when women wear dresses and skirts and high heels and they put a little bit of makeup on. But when you're comparing yourself to others all the time, that's where a problem comes in. Like for me, I'm just going to be me because I am me. There isn't another me out there. Whatever the size of mine is the size of mine. However big my shoulders are is how big my shoulders are. However my face looks is how my face looks. I can't change those things. That is the natural me. So why do I want to run away from the natural me? Because another person doesn't approve of it? Because your friends or family think differently of something? Do you see how petty these things are? And this all goes with what I am saying about this coronavirus bullcrap. It all goes with us comparing one another to one another. Why can't we just be us and live by the natural things? If we didn't have the natural things in this life, we would be dead. There's this saying, only after the last fish is caught, and it's like an Indian saying, and after the last piece of wood or tree is cut down, men will see that they can't eat money or they can't, do anything with money. You can't survive off of money or anything material. We need nature. We need food. We need water. We need these animals to do what they do, to produce pollen and honey and all this other stuff. And But our pride and ego, we're so worried about getting that dollar, and we're so worried about hustling the next man, and we're so worried about looking better than the next man or woman, and my dick is bigger than yours, and my titties and my lipstick look better than yours for the women. And it's just a constant judgmental back and forth game that just keeps going and going and going. And look what happens because of this pride and ego. Look at history, what has happened because of men's ideals and their pride and ego. Look at how many people have been killed and slaughtered for nothing. For nothing. Absolutely nothing. Bombs being dropped on cities and people being killed because they're another color. You know, it's just so crazy. It's unfathomable to even think about. Like, I don't even think about this stuff anymore. I'm not comparing myself to anybody else. You know, the only thing that I admit that I do is I like a little bit of friendly competition with, like, okay, I can make the best beat. I can make a beat better than you. You know, let me see what you got. You know, we ain't got to get completely bad jealous of each other. We don't have to make it a bad jealousy. We can make it a healthy jealousy. You know, that's what I mean by we are good and we are bad. But I don't want to be too good and I don't want to be too bad or evil. I want to be right here. You know, there is a good jealousy and a good envy. You can use these things to better yourself, for yourself. We have to stop thinking that we are doing this for everyone else and the world, because each one of us are our own person. And it's only up to us to make these decisions and do these things. But yet, how many of us are still comparing ourselves to one another? How many of us are still judging our neighbor and judging the guy walking down the street, or judging the bum and saying, oh, I'm better than him. Look at that bum. Or, oh, look at her. She's dressed nicer than me. Now I have to dress nicer. Oh, look at that guy. He thinks he got a big dick. Well, I'm going to show him who got the bigger one. You know, it's just, I don't know. I don't really know what to really say, because I know men are going to be men and women are going to be women. And like I said, everything is a hypocritical contradiction, so to speak. So how can I really tell anybody to be or do something other than what they're going to do? Because they're going to do it anyway. But I know for me that these things have caused so much trouble and drama and just things that I did not need. They were extra baggage in my life. And it was just a continual stream of nonsense, basically. And I had to get rid of so much of this stuff in my mind. And it still wants to creep in there. It still wants to come into my mind. And this thing has a mind of its own. My mind has a mind of its own. You know, there are days where I can just do something and not think about it and just do it and get it over with and say, okay, let me do this and get it over with, and then everything's cool. But then like a day like today, like I am forcing myself to brush my teeth. And I gotta force myself to get into the shower because I don't want to do anything. I just want to sit here on my lazy ass and not do nothing. But I know that I cannot just sit here and linger in my own shit. I gotta move. I gotta speak. I gotta express myself. I have to do something. Even if it's the littlest, tiniest bit of something, I've got to do it. And it's just the more and more I do these videos, more and more see the irony and the contradictions of life. And I just can't judge people anymore. I can't do it. I can call out when people are so one-sided and they're either being too bad, too evil, too much of this thing, or they're trying to be too good, goody two-shoes, look better than everyone else. See, these are the things that I call out, y'all. This is what I mean. This is what I mean by the in-betweenness and becoming the nothing, the zero, and saying, look, I'm somebody, but I'm nobody. That's how I came up with this name. And I think that so many people can relate to this. And it took me so long to come up with this name as my brand, because I am the name of my brand. And I think that is something amazing in and of itself. And this is, what I would like for you to do for yourself. But I can't tell you to do anything for yourself other than what you're going to tell or do for yourself. You see, so this all comes down to an individual thing. It all comes down to you making the decision to stop believing in the nonsense. Stop just thinking that everything that people say is right. It doesn't mean that you don't trust them. It's just you want to know the facts from fiction. You just want to know. And that's how I am. I just want to know. If I'm with a woman, I want to know what's on her mind. Like, what's on your mind? What's on your mind, girl? What's on your mind, baby? Like, I want to know. And if I'm talking to a guy, hey, what's going on? What's been up? What are you going through? Express yourself. Let it be known. Why do we hold on and say, oh, I can't speak because I'm so scared that somebody's going to judge me or someone's going to talk about me to my family or my friends. And I can't say anything because I'm so scared of what people are going to think or say. And let me tell you, I went through my own stage and my own period worrying and caring about everything. Every little thing that I said or did, I was always worried or caring about what would someone else think. How would someone else judge me? How would somebody else see me if I did this or I did that? And I can't lie, I had to keep telling myself, write things in your notebook. I have many, many notebooks that I wrote in. I keep writing things that I am convincing myself by writing these things, Be free and natural. Only human. Think different, but remember to be you. Just be you. Somebody but nobody. I got the symbol SBN right under just be you. It's like I'm telling myself these things today. I wasn't doing this before, and I was just in this whole world of shit of just worrying and caring and living by fear and panic and all this stuff. And I don't let that run my life no more. And I'm telling you, I really think that a lot of these diseases, these cancers, and these physical ailments that we have, I really, really think that they come from this right here. What we're thinking, what we're telling ourselves, what we're believing, what we're convincing ourselves of. And that's why I keep telling you, let go and let reality set in. Believe in reality. Believe in right now. And I know this sounds cliche and stuff, but listen, it's not cliche. It's something that can maybe help you. I don't know if it can, but it might. Never assume to know anything. Always want to learn something. You know, I always want to learn and be inspired by something new. So if you did watch the whole video until the end of this, please like the video so I can get out more. Subscribe if you haven't, if you want to. That's your decision. Yeah, so that's about it for this video. You know, just take a look at your own life. Because it's all we have is our own life in this life and until the end. Nobody's going to do nothing for us or be us. So that's it for this. Somebody but nobody. The SBN lifestyle. Keep it real. Keep it open. Keep expressing yourself. That's all. Later.